Hello everybody. Today we are going to be doing a video about how to change the blower wheel and a motor and fix a leak here on this 90% furnace. It's leaking from the sealant where the PVC goes into the inducer. But on the motor here, of course, you take your capacitor loose. Take your bolts out of the mounting bracket. There they are there. Use my handy dandy impact drill to take them off. This one here, the hub, and after I get it out I'll show you, but this hub has was wore out and it's made a indentation in the shaft, so we had to change the motor and the shaft. I mean the blower wheel and the motor. Okay, so I got the motor out, and as you can see the shaft. The wheel apparently loosened up, and there's the hub. I don't know if you can see where it's swallowed the hole out, but there it is. And got the new blower wheel in the old housing, and what we'll do is just put this plate back in just like this, and there's 4 screws, one right there, one back over there, one here, and one on the other side just like it. Gotta go back out to the truck and get a run capacitor. He happened to have this motor he bought years ago, just for something. And he's got this one and another one just like it. And then at his store, he's got several furnaces like this. So he bought some extra parts, and the motor, he's probably had that motor 10 or 12 years, but it's brand new, so we're going to use it. Alright, so I got the blower back in, the electrical back in, the run capacitor put back in. The new one is smaller, same size as 15 mic capacitor, but it's smaller in size. So I got some banding wire, some banding strap, and supported it instead of letting it hang. And I'm getting ready to move on to the inducer. Now, he just had his maintenance done not too long ago by another company, and they didn't volunteer to fix this water leak. Problem with not fixing the water leak is look what's right underneath it, the electrical. So come on, fellas, you see something like this, fix it. What I'm going to use to fix it, I'm going to take that apart, and if you've never used NP1, you really need to use it, because it works great on sealing up all kind of cracks on curbs, and just it's really good stuff. So anyway, I'll get it fixed and get it taken apart and show you what it looks like taken apart. Okay, so I got a bead of NP1 inside the inducer, inside there, right there. What I had to do was take the inducer off. It required taking this screw, that screw, and a screw that's right there. And I pulled it off, and I ran a bead of NP1 inside there, inside this little collar. And if you never worked with it, and here in a second I'm going to spread some NP1 inside there. If you never worked with it, hence the gloves, because it will not wash off your skin. It actually has to wear off. So if you use it, wear some gloves, unless you like having stuff on your hand. Okay, so I got the motor in, I got the inducer leak fixed, got it wired back up. This is a 3-speed motor. The heat and the cooling speed is the same, so a jumper wire was installed to go from heat to cool, and it had a little Y terminal there, and then of course the other two speeds are on the part terminal on the board. So I'm gonna go start it up, and this just so you know what we got here, got a Mana 115,000 furnace with an EWC steamer, EWC zoning. That's the humidistat. I'd prefer it to be upstairs where the living space is versus the basement. But they did silicone it up, so it's not really picking up basement air. But if the fan's not running, it can't really pick up the humidity from upstairs. But otherwise, that's what we got. So I'm gonna go turn it on. Hello everybody. Well, I have just left that call, and kind of want to give you a history on that call. Another company was out there on Saturday. They had been doing the maintenance there for 6 years. Matter of fact, they moved all that equipment from a different area in the house. The house was flooded about 6 years ago. The guy's water line had broke and flooded his basement, and so the company had been doing the work for 6 years at that house. Well, the tech came out on a Saturday, said, well, the blower motor's bad, need new wheels. It's gonna be like, I gave him a real high amount, and then he said, well, we can sell you a new furnace for, you know, it was twice as much as what that. No, it was only $1,000 more than what the blower motor repair that he had given the price for was. Well, you saw the homeowner had a blower motor there, so all that needed to be done was fix the you know, go get another blower wheel, because the motor was there, and then fix the water leak. Well, the same tech had been doing the maintenance there. Well, he never volunteered to fix the water leak as well. So that's where we come up with that the selling techs. A lot of the bigger companies, their techs are trained to sell because they make a commission, and the owners of the company aren't really. They don't like to give the techs raises, because they say if you want a raise, you give yourself a raise and you sell. The homeowner or the company owners are like, well, you know, it's value for the customers. They preach value for the customers, but then as soon as the techs go out there, all they want to do is sell new equipment. Just sell it. Let's not fix it. That's the problem with, you know, that's what gives a lot of heating and air companies bad names, because people can't trust people. They don't know who they're going. When they call somebody, if they've never used somebody, they don't know. That's why you always have to get a second opinion on repairs. If you go out there and you got a 6-year-old system and somebody says, hey, you really need a new system, and believe me, that happens a lot, you need to call and get a second opinion. You know, if you go out to a service call and somebody says, well, yeah, I know my system is only 6 years old, but I want to upgrade. Hey, do it, upgrade. But if you go out and you look at a bad blower motor, yeah, that furnace was 15 years old that I just fixed, but that thing, you know, it had some life left in it, and the homeowner agreed, you know, yeah, it's 15 years old, but I'm not ready to change it. I don't want to change it. So a friend of a friend hooked us up, and now that company that's been doing the maintenance for 6 years, well, they lost a customer. They lost the sale first off, and then they lost a customer over it. And not only did they lose him, but that the homeowner, his son is customers with that heating and air company, and he's got another family member that's a customer of that same company. Well, guess what? They've lost, not only did they lose one customer, but they've lost 3 over a blower wheel and wanted to sell a new furnace. And the homeowner called the company and said, hey, I need to talk to that service guy. And the people that answered the phone said, well, we have to, management will call you on Monday. And the guy was like, well, I don't want to talk to management, I want to talk to the service guy, so to let them know that I just want to do the repair, instead of, nah, we'll have to, management, somebody will be in touch with you. Well, that right there was probably the final straw. That he was like, okay, if you don't want to talk, if you don't want me to talk to the service guy to where we can talk about this, I don't need to talk to management neither. So if you do run across something like this as a service tech, you know, use your own judgment, but you kind of got to judge what the homeowner, you kind of got to judge the homeowner. If you know that, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, but if he's kind of leaning towards fixing it, then you really need to fix it. Or if you're a homeowner and you got somebody out there trying to push a furnace over something like this, you need to get a second opinion. And there's a lot of review sites out there. You can go online and look at review sites, see what other people are saying about the company. But you know, there's so much information out there now. 15 years ago, it was a different world, but now with technology, yeah, you can get anything you want out there, and this is one of those things that you really need a second opinion. And I don't mind if I go out to somebody's house and they call and get another opinion, I'm all for it. Hey, go ahead. But anyway, that's all I have. And there's a little lake out there. They drained it at the beginning of the winter time. And so anyway, that's it.